linear equation. This time I just want to do a bit more about predictions because people often have trouble with these. So when you put your values into your calculator, this is list 1 with your x, this is list 2 with the y, it spits out an equation here, and that equation is this line along here. And as you can see, the r is positive, so the line is positive, and it's 0.871, which is quite close to 1. So you can see that all these dots are quite close aligned. So when we use the equation to make predictions, which is anything along that line, they're going to be fairly good predictions as long as we don't extrapolate too far. So this is one pole, this is the other pole. So anything in between those 2 points, so anywhere along here in our predictions is going to be pretty good. But you might even say like a little bit of extrapolation is not going to kill you either, because we've got quite a good strong R. Often when we talk about predictions, we talk about, are you confident or not? And believe it or not, I've actually had people answer like, are you confident in your prediction? And they're going, well, no, because I'm not very good at maths. Well, that's not what we're asking. We're asking like about the two things, which is you're going to talk about the R and interpolation versus extrapolation. So I've got some situations. If you're confident, you can say yes, I'm confident because R is strong. So you say R is strong and it's interpolation. So that's two yeses there. But you can also really, if R is strong and it's only a small extrapolation, you can say yes, I am pretty confident as well. And normally the situation when you're not confident is if you've got R is weak and you're extrapolating, that's not a good situation. Prediction could be all over the place. The dots are really far away from the line, lots of variation. You could also be saying like you've got a large extrapolation, and that could be true that it's not a good prediction even if you've got a strong R. So a large extrapolation is always going to massively reduce your confidence. Or you could have just an R weak, even if it's in good interpolation. I mean, if you've got like 0.26, the dots are going to be all over the place. But normally you're going to say, yes, I'm confident because it's strong and interpolation, or it's only a small extrapolation, or no, it's weak because R is weak and it's an extrapolation. But these are the situations where you can talk about whether you're confident or not in your result, not how good is your maths. Okay, so I've written the equation. I've done A for afternoons and M for mornings, and we got the equation there. And we just want to predict the afternoon based when the morning equals 60, and then comment on the confidence of that. Now, you just have to put the numbers in your calculator, basically. It's fairly straightforward. So you say minus 1.26 plus 0.765 times 60, and you get that. You probably want to give the answer as just 45. So I'm going to say A equals 45. And we're going to say, yes, pretty confident. We know the R is high, so because the R was high, remember before it was 0.871. So R is strong. And if you think about this, so the data in list 1 here, so 60 is definitely within the range because our lowest value looks like 41 and our highest is 100. So 60 should fit perfectly in there. All right. So it is interpolation. No worries. Very similar process for this question, except now we've got m equals 35, which is below the 41. But again, all you have to do is just hit the calculator. We're going to find that rounded off 26. So I'm going to say A equals 26. And yes, confident, because R is strong and only a small extrapolation. Just a little bit down the bottom, so it's just off the bottom here, isn't it? No worries, except for a terrible full stop there. Now this is where most people have trouble with predictions because we're given the A and we're going to find the M. So the best way to do this is to set up the solve function on your calculator. So you type in solve, and then we put in the 50 for A and everything else, and then you can do M, M. I always recommend, I've got the keyboard here so I can easily type M, but just use the little funny X's and Y's and Z's on the right on the front of the calculator, so you don't have to go off to keyboard or anything like that. And you'll get 67. Now, A is 50, so A is in this range. So again, we seem to be interpolating, and R is strong, so pretty confident. So we're going to say we got M equals 67, and you can see 67 easily fits in that data range here as well. So yes, confident, because R is strong and interpolating. No worries. Okay, we're doing the same thing again, but this time we've got an A of 10, and that 10 is way off. Therefore, when we do the calculation here, you can just overtype on these things, and we get 15. So we're going to say M equals 15, and 15 is way off the end here. So M is 15, so no, not confident, because of large extrapolation. Even though R is strong.